So, very good morning, students. Today we are going to see an important topic of M-array encoding. Right? Today our topic is mainly deal with frequency shift key. Before directly going to the frequency shift key, we must know another important term called what do you mean by M-array encoding. Okay? Already we know what do you mean by baud, what do you mean by bitrate. In the same category, we must know what do you mean by M-array. So mostly M is the word which is derived from binary. Okay, so most of the time when you say M, it represents a digit that corresponds to the number of conditions, comma, levels or combinations possible for the given number of binary variables. Right? If you see, when you say a modulating signal in digital modulation, the modulating signal is using binary bits, right? So your message is going to be a binary input. So how many amount of possible combinations are possible at the output side? It has to be determined by this M-array encoding. Okay, so we can give 2 inputs, we can give 4. So it is based on the applications, right? So we must easily identify how many input bits is possible and how many correspondent output variables are possible. So this is mainly find out by using this M-array encoding. So when you say this M-array encoding, it is given as n is equal to log of m. Okay. So if you say what do you mean by m, number of bits necessary, that is on how many number of message bits we need. So after simplifying this equation 1, you will be getting 2 power capital N is equal to M. For example, we learned ASK, amplitude shift key. What is the possible input binary bits? Consider that 1. That is, we have 2 combinations 0, 1. But at a single time, we take either logic 1 or logic 0. So we are going to take any one binary bit, right? So consider n is equal to 1. This is for ASK. I am saying for ASK, amplitude shift key. We have possible conditions either logic 1 or logic 0. So in this, at a time we are going to take only one input. That means we are saying that n is equal to 1. Okay. So if you substitute in this formula, 2 power 1 is nothing but 2. What it means, whenever you give a single bit as an input, right, binary bit as an input, you are going to get 2 possible outputs, right? If the n value is 2, then we have 4 possible outputs, 4, right? So when the n value is 3, if you are going to give 3 inputs, then your output will be of 8 combinations. So this is about M-array encoding. So with this, you can easily identify how many possible combinations we are getting in the output side. So it is determined by this M-array encoding. Frequency shift key, right? So it is simply called as FSK. Okay, we call short formally as FSK modulation, right? So when you say FSK, frequency shift key, it is similar to the FM, right? FM, we have seen FM in analog communication, frequency modulation, right? Here also, this frequency shift keying is a low performance method. Okay, right? So here also the system is similar to the frequency modulation. And then what is FSK? FSK is going to have a constant amplitude, right? Okay, while we go for modulation, here your input signal, your modulating signal is a binary signal. Okay, so your carrier will be changing based on the input message signal. Okay, So here the changes is going to take place in the frequency. Since it is a frequency shift keying, the changes is going to be taking place in the directly on the frequency of the signal, right? So now the change or shift is represented by deviation here, right? Normally we say the frequency changes from F1 to F1, F2, or we say that the change we will say as del F, frequency deviation. This we saw in frequency modulation. Whereas when we come for the digital FSK, here also the changes is going to take place in the frequency. And the frequency is going to be changed from one part to the another part, but the change is determined by the logic of 0 and 1. That is, the change is based on the pure modulating signal. Okay, so the modulating signal, the modulating signal is a binary signal. So your modulating signal is a binary signal that varies between two discrete voltage levels, Okay, what it means? Your input message signal or modulating signal is a binary signal, right? So when you say binary, two conditions are possible, either logic 0 or logic 1. When you say logic 0, what is the voltage in this logic 0? It is minus 1 volt, right? When you say logic 1, what is the voltage in that? It is represented plus 1 volt. So now we are going to see the generalized equation for a FSK signal, right? So the general expression of FSK signal is given as, that is, this is output, that is modulated output is expressed as mathematically expressed, right? So modulated signals output. So VFSK of T is equal to VC cos 2 pi. Normally we know VC cos 2 pi FCT, right? Instead of that, VC cos 2 pi, here also you will be getting FC, then take it separately, FC plus, what is your modulating signal? Vm of t. So Vm of t. So based on the modulating signal, your frequency is going to be changed. So del F, okay, with respect to time. Okay, Vc cos 2 pi fct, but instead of fct, we go for fc plus Vm of t into del F with respect to time. Okay, let this be equation 1. Let this be equation 1. Okay, now this, what do you mean by Vc? Vc is nothing but peak carrier amplitude, which is represented in volt. Peak carrier amplitude. Next, what do you mean by FC? Center carrier frequency. Center carrier frequency, which is represented in hertz. While normally we call it only as a carrier frequency, right? But here we call it as a center frequency. In the later side, we will be knowing why it is called as the center frequency, right? So next we will be seeing what is Vm of t, your modulating signal. Modulating signal. Okay, right? Your modulating signal, which is in the form of binary. is in volt. Okay. Next, we will be seeing your, what is this? Del F. Del F is nothing but frequency deviation. Frequency deviation. Okay. So VC, FC, Vm of t and del F. You can see all the term present in the modulated signal. Okay. So the modulating signal which we use, right? The modulating signal Vm of t is a normalized binary signal. Binary signal, right? Which is a Vm of t is nothing but a normalized binary signal. Then another one thing which you have to think is that from the equation 1 which you have written before, from the equation 1, the del f, okay, from equation 1, the del f is directly proportional to the amplitude. Okay, so from the, if you see the equation once more, if you see the equation, you can find that the frequency change or carrier frequency del f is directly proportional to the amplitude and polarity polarity of the message signal. Okay, keep this in mind. I will be saying later. So, del f is directly proportional to, you have to remember two things. One is amplitude and polarity. Polarity means signs, right? Either a positive sign or negative sign. So, the frequency change is always proportional to the amplitude and polarity of the message signal. Okay, keep this in mind. Oh, now, if you take, since the modulating signal Vm of t is an organized binary signal, we say the signal minus 1 volt, minus 1 volt is considered as logic 0. What we have done in the ASK, the same procedure. Plus 1 volt is considered as logic 1. Okay, right? So what does this mean? This means logic 0 Vm of t is equal to 0, right? Am I right? Okay. Next, for plus 1 volt is nothing but your Vm of t is equal to plus 1. So normally we never express, that is, there will be some message signal, we never say it is directly equal to 0. So we call it as a, here Vm of t is minus 1. Okay, so logic 0 is going to be minus 1. For logic 1, we say it is plus 1. Right? Now, substitute substitute Vm of t value in equation 1. Okay, substitute Vm of t value in equation 1. So first thing, for logic 0, first condition for logic 0, right? What is your equation? V fsk of t is equal to Vc cos 2 pi fc plus Vm of t del f, okay, with respect to time. Okay, now instead of this Vm of t, we have to substitute the values. That's all. So for logic 0, if you say substitute for logic 0, what is this logic 0? Vm of t is equal to minus 1. So Vc cos 2 pi fc minus del f with respect to time. Okay. right? This is for logic 0. Okay, the same wise we have to find for logic 1. So now for logic 1, for the logic 1, if we say fsk of t is equal to vc cos 2 pi fc plus vm of t, okay, vm of t, vfc plus vm of t, next del f with respect to time, right? So now for logic 1, we have to substitute Vm of t is equal to plus 1. Okay? So when you substitute in this, we get Vc cos 2 pi Fc plus, what do you get? Plus del f. Okay, plus del f with respect to time. Okay, so this is the output for logic 1. So for logic 0, we got minus fc minus del f. For logic 1, we got fc plus del f. Right now, we just recollect. Right, first while starting, I said the term called frequency. That is, instead of carrier frequency, I said carrier center frequency. Right, that is fc. Fc is called as here carrier center frequency. Okay. So now I am going to relate why it is called as carrier center frequency, and at the same time I am going to relate why I said del f is directly proportional to the amplitude and the polarity of the modulating signal. For that, we have to draw the frequency spectrum, right? When you draw the frequency spectrum, see, consider this is your carrier frequency. Here we call this Fc as a carrier center frequency because it is in the center, right? Now, if I draw my signal, message signal, right? Consider this is our input signal. Okay, our input signal, this is logic 1, this is logic 0. Why it is logic 1? Right? Because we already said this, for logic 1, your Vm of t is plus 1 volt. So in the positive side, you just take this diagram, and if you see like this, right, in this mode, right, like this, logic 1, logic 1, this is logic 0. I have now tilted, right? So if you see logic 1, this is logic 0, and logic 1 is plus 1 volt, right? So from this we say, here we say, your while already we say logic 1 is positive side, that is plus 1 volt. Whenever there is positive, that is the polarity is positive, the frequency change is going to be take place from central frequency, it is going to change to another frequency. We call this frequency as new term. This is a new term called Mach frequency. Mach frequency. Okay, right? So this is called Mach frequency, and the polarity is plus 1. The change is going to be happened in the change. Change is going to be taken in the positive side. So change is represented by del f. Okay, frequency deviation. So the deviation, the shift is going to take place in the positive side. So the change is represented plus del f. Okay, from the central place, the frequency is going to be shifting to another place. That shift is represented as del f. It is in the positive direction, so we call it as a plus del f. Okay, now see this logic 0. The logic 0 means minus 1 volt, right? So when you say minus 1 volt, it is present in the negative side, right? So from this frequency, it is going to shift to another frequency. We call this as Fs. S means space frequency. Space frequency. We have two terminology, Mach and space. So when you say negative, so the movement is from negative side, that is minus 1 1 negative. So in this case, the deviation, change or shift in the negative is written by minus del f. Okay, so that's why we call, since the frequency of the carrier is present in between two different type of frequency, we call this as a carrier center frequency. Normally we call it as a FC is a carrier frequency, but in this particular FSK we call FC as a carrier center frequency because it is present in between mark and space. It is present in between mark frequency and space frequency. Why that time I say delta F is directly proportional to the amplitude and polarity? Because the change in the deviation delta F is directly proportional, means it is with respect to, if we are considering the amplitude, at the same time we are considering the polarity. That's why we said del F is directly proportional to the amplitude and the polarity of the message signal. So based on the previous frequency spectrum, we define the frequency deviation delta F or change in the frequency delta F is modulus of Fm minus Fs divided by 2. Okay, whereas del F is the frequency deviation or change in the frequency deviation, right? Frequency deviation delta F is Fm minus Fs divided by 2. Okay, so normally this modulus modulus of Fm minus Fs is called as the absolute difference between the absolute difference between mark and space frequency. Mark and space frequency. Okay, right? So it is a very simple one. So from these till now, what you have seen, we have come to a conclusion that mark frequency is a higher frequency, right? Because it lies in the positive side, higher frequency. Higher frequency means based on the first Vm of t is equal to plus 1 volt. What do you get? Fc plus del F. Can you able to understand? Right? At the same time, what is space frequency? Space frequency, lower frequency, which is nothing but Fc minus del F. Okay, right? So from this we have found what is del F. Now we have said what is Fm, what is Fs, and which is in the higher side, which is in the lower side. We can say. Now we are going to draw the general output of the FSK. Right? Normally for all the signal we will be drawing what is message signal, then carrier signal, then third we will be drawing the modulated signal, right? So here also now we are going to draw a modulated output of a FSK signal. So now we are going to draw the waveform for a FSK signal. So first one is nothing but your carrier signal Vc of t, right? This is your binary message signal Vm of t. Now we are going to draw Vfsk of t, right? The output we are going to draw is t. Okay, so just watch carefully. For 0, right? For 0, the frequency will be, okay, for 0. For 0, we have the same little bit, the carrier size will be little bit large, right? Now, for 1, logic 1, right? Then for logic 0, So once again for logic 1, right? Then once again for logic 0, right? Once again for logic 1, once again for logic 0, right? Or once again for logic 1, then once again for logic 0, right? So if you see this diagram, you can easily understand, right? Whenever you say logic 1, that is 0 is there, logic 0 is there, your carrier signal, the size of your carrier signal get elongated, right? It is getting elongated. That is, uh, if you think your carrier signal is like this, when you give logic 0, your carrier signal, your output signal is like this, right? Elongated, right? But when your signal is in logic 1, your signal is in logic 1, in that time, if your carrier is like this, sorry. So when your signal is in logic 1, your carrier is like this, but your output signal is like closely packed, right? Can you able to see the closely packed? Because here we are going to add fc plus del f, that is addition. So when you add, many number of frequencies are engaged, so that's why many number of frequencies are present inside a compact place. But when we go for logic 0, it is fc minus del f. So we are going to minus the frequency. So there is only one frequency, that is also elongated, right? Can you able to understand? For addition, we add more number of frequency, so many number of frequencies compactly engaged in this, right? So what is this fc plus del f, otherwise called as mark frequency, right? What is this elongated fc minus del f? We call this as a space frequency, right? That's it. So when you draw a truth table, right? If you draw a truth table, frequency, okay, output, if you say mark frequency, what is the logic behind the mark frequency? Logic 1, right? Space frequency. What is space frequency? Logic 0. Okay? I hope you can understand this diagram, right? That is the logic diagram consists of mark means logic 1, space means logic 0. So if you see these are mark, these are mark, and in between one we have fs, fs, fs. So always keep it in mind. Fm, when we say mark frequency, we have to come in mind fc plus del f addition. When we come space frequency, you must remind that fc minus del f subtraction. Okay, these two things you have to remember. So for all the signals, right, whether ASK or whatever may be, after drawing the waveform, we have to find bitrate, baud, and bandwidth. Okay, so here we are going to find baud, comma, bitrate, and bandwidth. Okay, so first we say baud and bitrate both are same, right? We already seen the definition. So when we say baud, what is the formula for baud? Baud is equal to FV divided by N. Okay, so what is the input here? Either 0 or 1. So N is equal to 1. So we get N is equal to 1. So we get FV divided by 1, that is nothing but FV. Okay, okay. So baud is equal to FB. Now already we have said baud is equal to beta. What is meant by baud? The change in the or where the change is going to be. We are going to have a small modulator, right? In that modulator, we are going to give two inputs, one input and one output. So if the change taking place in both the category, one we call it as a baud and one we call it as a bit rate. Okay, that is very important. So what is called baud? If the change taking place at the output, the rate of change which is happening at the output of the modulator, we call it as a baud. The rate of change which is taking place in the input of the modulator, we call it as a bit rate. Now here both the changes are going to be same. So if you find baud, the same thing is for bit rate also. So bit rate also FP, right? So now we come to the second one, bandwidth. Okay, when you say bandwidth B, so here we find bandwidth based on the simple method, right? So first Fs, your space frequency, plus Fb, okay, which you are find here, minus Fm minus Fb. Okay, Fs plus Fb minus Fm minus Fb. Okay, so now if you solve this, you will be getting Fs plus Fb minus Fm plus Fb. Okay, so further if you simplify, you will be getting Fs minus Fm, okay, plus 2Fb. Can you able to see? Right? Now, already just to think, we know what is frequency deviation. Del F is nothing but Fm, right? Minus, am I right? Okay? Fm minus Fs divided by 2. So we know that del F is by Fm minus Fs divided by 2. So here one condition, if you know, what do you mean with this modulus inside this modulus, sign is not, we will not consider the sign, right? Either if you shift minus Fs or mm, or if you have minus Fm plus Fs, whatever may be, if you going to shift the sign inside the modulus, we don't consider the sign, right? Change, we does not need to consider the sign, right? So here instead of this Fs minus Fm, since the sign no need to consider the sign, we write 2 del F, okay, 2 del F plus 2 Fd. So if you solve this, you will be getting, take 2 outside, 2 into del F plus Fd. Okay, so what is your bandwidth? Your bandwidth is 2 into del F plus Fb. Okay, this is your bandwidth, right? So it's a very simple topic. First, we must write what is the definition for FSK. Then you must try to express the general expression for a modulated FSK signal. In that, we have to substitute the value of Vm of t. We have two conditions. Since it is a binary input signal, we consider plus 1 volt and minus 1 volt. Plus 1 volt, we say it is a logic 1. Minus 1 volt, we say it is logic 0. Right? So we are going to substitute these two conditions in the generalized equation, and you will be getting two outputs, right? You keep that output, right? Next, we are going to the center frequency. Why we call it as a center frequency? From which FC, where the frequency is going to be deviated. So when the frequency is going to deviate in the right side, that is the positive half, we have logic 1. Why? Because we said the modulation amplitude and polarity is directly proportional to del F, right? So while it is logic 1, we say the carrier frequency Fc is going to shift to a newer frequency called mark frequency, right? Mark means it is in the positive side. So we have the change is in the positive. So we plus del F, right? Whereas the second case, Here the frequency is going to be for the next one, logic 0. It is in the negative part. So the polarity is minus 1 volt, right? So the center frequency is going to shift from positive side, from the center side to the negative side. So when you go to negative, the change is called as a minus del f, right? So this is the frequency. From this we write the frequency deviation delta f. Okay, after that we go for the general waveform for the FSK signal. How the output waveform will be? If you see for mark frequency, since it is addition, more number of frequency will be compactly packed. But whereas space, it is only FC minus del f. So the frequency is just elongated. Okay, so this is the general waveform of our FSK signal. Then last we go for, we have to find three things: baud, bitrate and bandwidth. Since the rate of change in the input is equal to the rate of change in the output, so baud is equal to bitrate, we say FB divided by N. So N we are going to give only either logic 1 or logic 0, so N is 1, so FB divided by 1 is nothing but FB. After that we are going to find the bandwidth. So for this here, bandwidth is FC plus FB minus F1 plus minus FB. So in this we solve, we got 2 into del F plus FB. Okay, this is all about FSK.